ay waɗio deyamira modembe yara kadunte oɗuɓen mulle.
We have Mr. Ahmed Fatih, the opposition leader of Gambian Moral Congress Party. Please welcome to New Voice TV. We want to have a little knowledge about you as being international. We have no idea who you are, what you stand for.
Thank you, Aisha. Thank you for having me. It is a great honor to be on your program today.
Yes.
I am from a very small country in mainland Africa, one of the smallest countries with the greatest African experience. It's called the Gambia in West Africa. My name is, as you indicated, Mai Ahmad Fatih. I am the party leader of the Gambia Moral Congress, which is the latest newest political party established in 2009, January 2009. I am fortunate to be elected the first party leader of this new movement. We came into existence because we realized that not only has been a fundamental philosophical gap that needed to be filled, but also the practical approach to politics and public affairs in our country needs a new approach. And the most important thing is we've realized that the voice of the youth had been missing in politics. And the existing situation required the full participation of the youth taking the lead. Now, the philosophical difference that had been missing is that over a period of time, people had become despondent about politics, that politics had been given a bad name, that it is associated with all kinds of ills, such as corruption, such as cheating and lying, such as betraying, bickering, and all those negative values that made a lot of people to stay away from public affairs. Now, we believe that politics is a very noble activity, but so therefore it is important to restore values into politics.
But how old is your party?
We were registered in January 2009.
Registered.
So effectively, we just 2.5 years, barely we're approaching 3 years now.
So in reality, you have never participated in any election yet?
Oh yes, we did.
Yeah?
We participated very effectively in November 2011, last year, during the presidential elections.
Yeah.
We participated in an alliance with another opposition party called the United Democratic Party. And I acted as the vice presidential running mate to that party, led by Usainu Dabo. He was the alliance party candidate.
Right.
So we did participate in elections.
Yeah.
Well, Aisha, I would beg to differ with you. We, according to our evaluation, according to our records, we did win that election. The election was stolen. The mandate of the people was stolen by the government, by the current party leader in government, Jammeh. He stole that vote. So the records, as had been indicated on the ground, what we have seen, our tallies, proven that we won that elections. We are not able to enjoy the fruit of our victory because the incumbency did not make it possible for us to do so.
In terms of political development in the Gambia, it has always been a history of one-party system, wasn't it?
Effectively, that is correct. Even before this current administration.
Yeah.
During the PPP era, that is from independence, 1965, all the way down to 1994, when that party was overthrown, it had always dominated the political terrain. So we have had a history of one party
system
dominating. We've had multi-party, but one party dominating all the time.
I think this is the problem of many African countries.
That is correct.
Yeah. But do you ever believe that one day your country will be fully democratic country in the future?
Oh, I have no doubts about that. I'm very confident and very optimistic that the Gambia is in the way. The people of our country are prepared. We are ready. The tide is changing. The opposition movement is also changing. And mindsets are changing. People's mentality is also changing. The Gambia is at the threshold of a new age, and we believe that we will take back our country. We will introduce democracy, proper democracy, and we will not have the kind of dictatorship that we have in the Gambia today.
Yeah.
So definitely we're going to have set up the foundation for proper democracy in our nation.
What do you do to mobilize the youth? I'm sure they should be very much afraid. I mean, to be fully participate in election, to openly show their support to opposition party, because of the story we heard that there's people can easily be thrown or forgotten in prison. There's no fair judicial system. It's not independent from the government or political elites. Would people be really free to show their feeling of freedom, of sort of showing their side or to oppositions?
This is a very important thing because the Gambia is facing a crisis of confidence. What we have in our country today is not a democracy, as you rightly alluded to. And I indicated earlier, due to our very fundamental, their role is indispensable. What are we doing to mobilize the youth? That's the first part of your question. And given the current state of acute intolerance, you wondered whether the youth would be able to come out or anybody else. Now, what we're doing first and foremost to mobilize the youth is that we have, our party has what is called GMC National Youth Brigade. And the National Youth Brigade constitute young members, from the ages of 17 all the way down to 35. And they are actually on the vanguard of the struggle. They have committees all over the country. They network with their colleagues, with their fellow youth in different parts of the country. They organize their own programs. They get involved in mobilization and in recruitment. They get involved in voter education. And they get involved in the kind of activism that will enable them to share experiences and also exchange information on youth-related activities under the party platform. We are doing this at the moment, and I'm very grateful to them on the ground, Danny, Ibrahim Asise, Bubakar Jabati and the others who are leading this effort on the ground, including Nanki and Madam Sise. These are very, very young, very brave young women who are part of this process in order to take back their country from the yoke of the second colonialism the Gambia is facing today. Now, the atmosphere of repression and intolerance has characterized our landscape for the past 18 years. People have been killed, people have been tortured, including myself. I have been arrested, I have been tortured, I have been placed in cells, and a lot of young people have suffered the same fate. A lot of school pupils have been shot. Average of at least one instance, about 35 of them were killed on the spot. And we have a lot of people have disappeared also in our country. So this is the kind of environment we operate. We have a government that have no respect for the value of human life and human dignity. So it is a very difficult situation, but the hope is not lost. We are battling the dictatorship, the repressive machinery, and we are making some success. We are making inroads. Instead of implanting fear into the nation, the people now, through our activism, through our newfound international coordination among Gambians on the ground and in the diaspora, have been able to dismantle part of the pillars of the dictatorship. So today it is the regime that is being haunted, and it is the regime that is experiencing the fear that it had imposed on the people for the past 2 decades.
Where do you normally get your support? Moral support, and economical support?
We have support from Gambians, particularly political support and moral support. The Gambians both at home and in the diaspora have been very instrumental. They have been exceedingly supportive, in spearheading and in giving us the kind of voice that we need to express ourselves. The Gambian online media has been very instrumental, and I could name some of them. My Fanta, Freedom Newspaper, the Gambia Echo, Gainako, Jollof News. Quite a large number of these have become the voice of the voiceless, and my political party has found voice among these online media. And this has been very fundamental, very substantive in our struggle. We've been able to reach the kind of audience we could not in our own country. That is a tremendous support, and we are very grateful to them, and we continue to work with them. Gambians in the diaspora, also diaspora organizations in this country, this ice-cold nation. We have Musukambe and Kafo, our indomitable lioness, our ladies. They're very fearful, they're well organized, they've been very supportive. I don't need to go into their names. We all know the Musukambe and Kafo in Oslo. It's a very well organized, very strong Gambian group. They are ladies, but they are on the vanguard. They are leading the struggle. They have been very supportive, and they participated effectively in the 2 meetings that I had here. And we have other diaspora groups in Senegal. Our own party has a branch there. We have people who are supporting us. In terms of economy, it's been a challenge. That is where we would call on the international community, our friends and our compatriots, to support us economically, because without economic support, it's almost impossible to implement the programs that we need to do in order to dismantle the dictatorship. So our economic support has been very we still need much in that area.